news ever since I read the book Stop Reading the News, which is a great book. And I still see stuff though, because I do run a political page on Facebook, and I mean, social media is just inundated with politics and news. Whether it's true or not, no idea, but it's on there. So I get snippets of what's going on in the world, as much as I try to fucking avoid it. And one of the favorite pastimes of every ideology that I've noticed is calling out the other side, whatever the other side is, for hypocrisy. And it's just such a, it's considered, such a killing blow. Oh, you said this 5 years ago, but now you're saying this. You're a hypocrite. Or how can you believe this and this at the same time? That makes you a hypocrite. And it cracks me up, because people say and do what they need to do in order to get the best situation for themselves, given the situations and environment that they are surrounded with, if that makes sense. So we are hypocrites. We say what we need to say and do what we need to do to survive. And it is the very privileged few and the very mentally healthy, strong few, emphasis on the few, who have, I'm not going to say the ability, but the luxury of having principles that you cannot, unchanging principles, basically. So, for example, I'm out here struggling. I'm trying to survive, and past that, trying to thrive. And I will do what I have to do, say what I have to say to make that happen. And I don't give a fuck if it's a lie or not. No cap. I will be dishonest if I have to be. And that's the truth. So, when people who support one ideology act like they've so owned the other side for pointing out hypocrisy, I shrug my shoulders. We're all hypocrites. And we'll continue to be hypocrites until the end of time. It just is what it is. It's, as humans, we survive, do what we need to do, and then, say what we need to say to, I don't know, get a girl, or keep a job, or whatever, be a leader. Say what, we all, our principles, part of them do come from deep inside of us, but it's, like I said, a very few amount of people have actually done that amount of soul searching. And I doubt it's the ones who are spouting off on the internet. I really doubt that. So, yeah, pointing out hypocrisy, it's fun, and you really feel like you owned the other team. I get it, but is it really such an own? I don't think so. If you ever catch me in a hypocrisy, cool. I don't give a shit. I'll say what I have to say. Do what I have to do. That's the end of that story. And let me give an example. So, religious people. Now, I know several very religious people who, in the past, have given their religious opinions as hard fact and truth and God's words coming out of their mouth, basically, is what it amounts to. Then they become an atheist, or switch religions, or change to another version of whatever religion they were. And suddenly they are spouting the new way as, oh, now this is the truth. And that's where I say it's not it's hypocrisy isn't necessarily even hypocrisy. It's that we even believe what we have to believe in order to survive in the moment. So, for example, say, kind of like the religion example. You're part of a religion. Something happens, you change religions. Usually for a person, I might add. Or because of a person, good or bad. But people change religions because of other people, not because of God. Just throwing that out there. And then suddenly the Word of God is different than what it was before. But it's still the Word of God because they changed a religion because of a person. So, kind of see where I'm going here, is that I don't even necessarily see hypocrisy as hypocrisy. It's just people saying what they need to say and doing what they need to do to survive in the circumstances that they're in. And the world is changing really fast right now. Back in the day, principles were probably a lot more fixed in place because at least it seems like, reading history, that the world changed very much more slowly, whereas now it's changing super fast. So the beliefs that you need to hold, and these are beliefs, become outdated or don't work for you as well as they did very quickly. So they change very quickly, whether that's a political belief, whether it's a judgment based on circumstances, whether it's religion. The literal beliefs that people hold also change relatively rapidly. So it's not even necessarily tantamount to hypocrisy. It could be just changing beliefs because of how fast the environment is changing in the world today. So, well, I once again agree that it's fun to own the other team, whatever the other team is, by calling out hypocrisy. And I'm sure I've done it too. I'm going to say right now that there are going to be times when I am hypocritical. And there are going to be times when I change beliefs. And it's going to happen. And So it's not as much of an own as you might think, and it's not even something that I take super seriously. It's humans. It's what we do.